Welcome to the Amber Shows. I have a very good show today, very informative. It's about energy. Once you watch my video, could you please give me a thumbs up? Could you also share my video and also give me a comment? And you should actually live by it. So we're going to talk about energy. So a lot of times you might say to yourself, I have no energy. You might say, I need to get some energy. Oh, I don't have the energy to do that. Energy is called chi. Now, all people, all plants, all animals communicate with vibrations. That vibration is energy. For instance, a gazelle and a lion, they know not to ask one another, can we be friends? Okay, the gazelle knows the lion's not going to be his friend. The lion knows he's not going to be the gazelle's friend. At the distance, they automatically know when they spot each other that the energy is not right for the gazelle, and the gazelle feels it right away. So many times what happens is you might say, I don't feel like doing something, and you feel like you might say, my energy was zapped. A certain person came around you, their energy zapped you. Language was designed to hide our feelings. There's all types of energy. Our body is made up of complete energy. Even after we die, the energy is still there. That's the spirit that you might feel. The person's energy is still there because energy is what we are made of. Phone energy, I remember working for a call center, and they would say, it's important that you smile because while you're talking on the phone, because that person can feel your energy from the phone. And it's so true. So if you're answering the phone and you're saying, yeah, hello, can I help you? Or if you're saying, hello, good morning, good afternoon, my name is Amber, how are you today? That energy transfers to that other person on the line, and now they become nicer, and they might have been calling to make a complaint. And they're more susceptible now to listen to what you have to say with your complaint. You can heal yourself with energy. If you went on energy, you will not find yourself in bad friendships and relationships. You already would know from the energy that you got from that person, whether it's a temporary energy, a bad energy, a good energy, or energy that you feel like you'll always have. So I always go on energy. I used to say it all the time, and maybe not even realizing what I was saying, but I used to say it all the time, and I still say it. A person's energy, I can feel an energy within the first couple seconds of meeting a person. I can feel their energy, if it's negative, if it's positive, and they can feel mine. A lot of times my upbeat, as a matter of fact, one time at work, at the call center, my boss told me, he said, because I didn't come in until 12 in the afternoon. They were open 24 hours. So people were there early in the morning. And he told me this. When I walked he said, Amber, do you know when you come to work, the energy goes completely up when you get there. Everybody's nice and quiet and just doing their jobs. And when you get there, they're talking with you. People start laughing with each other and talking, interacting. On the phones, they're more positive. It's like you bring a good energy. I've had people tell me at my jobs and at other jobs, say, your energy gives everyone an upbeat feeling once you come around. I had a person ask me, they said, you're never ever sad, you're always happy. But I relay, that's the energy I relay. It might not be true because my energy gets low because I didn't know no better. But people always told me that they felt like I was always happy. I'm never unhappy. So energy is who we are. So how one approaches you, how one talks to you, how you talk to yourself, your cells, your limbs, they all know your energy. When you say I can't do something, I'm low on energy, I don't feel like doing it, I don't have the energy, you're talking to your cells, your lungs. If you get sick and the doctor tells you that you're sick, or tells you you have a disease, or you have only a certain amount of time to live, your energy depends on what happens to you. Your energy you can believe that and have your energy create the disease, make it move faster, and kill you. And that's a true statement. So, some people say my energy is low today, or my energy is high today. Read vibrations. We can all do it. We have to train ourselves. We're interacting with our interacting waves. One person can affect another person just being in their company. We are made out of atoms, our thoughts, our words. We are connected to everything. Now you can take an EEG, a medical EEG, where they looking into your brain to try and figure out what's wrong with you. And they put wires, they put all those wires on your skin, and they read your brain activity. MEG is another medical probe, which is where your thoughts can be read outside of your head. Scientists do it all the time. It's not magic. Your thoughts travel. Your words travel. They go out into the universe. Everything that you're thinking. And look, I'm going to give you an example about some things with thoughts. I'm scared of mice. So now, if I think about mice, I'll see one somewhere. Even a dead one on the street. I used to say, how would I be the only person to see this squished up mouse on the street? You can hardly tell what it even is. But I would walk right towards it, don't see it, look down, there it was. My thoughts brought me to it. The same with flying. I flew all the time. When I started becoming a little paranoid about flying because of turbulence and things like that after 911 would happen, because I lived in New York, I live in New York, I was there when 911 happened, and I stopped flying because I didn't want to bring the plane down. And now that's the truth, and that's before I even thought about energy, because I thought my energy on the plane could bring about the deaths of other people and not only myself, because your energy is important. Everybody's energy has to be on the same page. Your energy is a community. So I said that to say you have to be cognizant of your energy, because your energy will get entangled with other people. So when you think of a person with positive thoughts of energy, that person will get in touch with you. You'll be like, I was just thinking about you. I haven't talked to so-and-so in 10 years, 20 years. And then all of a sudden they call you, or you're thinking about a person and all of a sudden you go down the street and there they are, because your energy linked up with that person. Now, that's your positive thoughts and your positive energy, but it works both ways. So if you think negative thoughts of someone, wherever they are, they will create negative talk about you. So recognize your thoughts. Your thoughts are connected to the people you talk about. If you hit the right frequency, my phone the tape was not holding the frequency of my phone. But if you hit the right frequency, your thoughts are connected to the people that you want to be in contact with. The right frequency can get you can even make a vase explode. That's how deep energy is. But our minds have been closed by our parents, our surroundings, schools, churches, things like that. If you live in fear, you're not going to get thoughts of the Dalai Lama coming by your house and y'all sipping tea. If you live in fear, Scarface, somebody like him is going to show up. You can believe that. You activate things that are connected to your thoughts. For example, I had almost got bitten by a dog on one of my walks. I almost got mauled by a Rottweiler. After that happened, first of all, my energy kept me from getting mauled. Secondly, after that though, not tapping into the right energy, I became paranoid walking the streets because I know people have dogs off the leash. And I'm thinking that I could get mauled. Now, I shouldn't have those thoughts because I've been walking for years and it never happened before. So I began to worry about a dog that was not even there anymore that could maul me. The wrong energy, wrong thoughts. If you're walking down the street and you're scared, and there's a bunch of people, and you're all walking down the street, and maybe you're even by yourself and walking down the street, and you feel something with your energy. If it's a bunch of you on the street and there's a robber on the street, you know who the robber's going to rob? The one with the fearful energy, because energy travels. If they said boo to you, they know that you would be scared. They look at you, they could go by your walk, they could go by your body language, that you're scared. It's the same thing when you're traveling. Even when I travel on Amtrak or planes, whichever way I decide to travel, you have to think positive. Remember, I live in New York, and 911 it was terrible, and I only lived a couple hundred blocks from the World Trade Center. And the next year, September 11th, 2002, what were we all doing in New York? We were all thinking about that day. 911, we collectively thought about that day. You are a community of cells. You give up your personal intelligence, and that's what happens. There are signals from the environment. The function of the brain is to receive, interpret, and then send the information to the cells to control the behavior of the genetics. The function of the brain is perception, and from that creates the mind. You heard of the placebo effect, I know. You know, it's when you think something is working for you, but it's really not. Like they do it with pills all the time. They do studies. So they give you some pills, and they tell you that those pills are the medicine that you need. But really, they're not. So you take those pills, and you get well. You get well not even realizing that that wasn't the pill to help you, that they said was going to help you get well. You took nothing. You took a sugar pill. Because your mind had you believing that that was a pill that was going to make you well, when really you made yourself well. You actually made yourself well. And all this is possible. The information to the cells controls your behavior. The function of the brain is perception, and from that it creates the mind. You heard of how, like, for one time, my uncle Harold, he called me and told me that he had just come from the doctor. They told him he had 2 weeks to live. He had driven 70 miles to the doctor in Arkansas. He lived in one city. The doctor was somewhere else. He was like in his late 80s and drove himself to the doctor's and back, and called me and told me that the doctor told me he had 2 weeks to live. He said he was going to go outside and cut his grass. He never even believed in what the doctor said, or it just didn't register. His energy didn't accept it, and he lived a lot longer than what the doctor told him. The same with my sister. My sister was told she had 6 months to live. She lived 24 months. So, you know, the religious group, they're down south. They're Baptist fundamentalists. The preachers, they drink snake venom. They play with, what's the name of that snake? You know, the cobras and all that, to prove that they are not scared of it, of the snake. They're not scared of drinking the snake venom. They don't believe they're going to die. And it's a whole lot of them who don't die. And it's a whole lot of them the snake doesn't bite. But the ones that the snake did bite, and the ones that did drink the venom, the strychnine, who died, is because they didn't believe it. They actually were fearful when they played with that snake, and they were fearful when they drank that strychnine. And that's why they died. We believe toxins are going to kill us. Food that we're eating, the air, because our belief is not strong enough, and so we believe it. But I'm still not going to drink the strychnine. I'm still not going to play with a snake. You know why? Because my belief is not strong enough. Now, it's important to recharge. Recharge and keep your energy upbeat and positive with that energy. Make sure, like, when you're around people that don't have the right energy, get away from them. I do it all the time. Just get away from them, because you can feel it the moment they step into a room, the moment you start talking to them. You don't want to have your energy zapped. And with that note, stay in touch with your energy, stay positive, and give me a thumbs up, please. Also, share my videos, and also give me a comment. But one thing, keep your energy up no matter what.